Hey guys, welcome back to Roblox Entice. Today we'll talk about the best Squid Game-like Roblox games. Let's head into it. Number 1. Squid Game. First up is the most popular Squid Game adaptation on Roblox, made by Trendsetter Games. In expansive lobbies, you tackle the mini-games made famous by the Netflix show. You start off with a tense game of red light, green light, pacing across a desert while averting the gaze of the ominous child's doll. Grab some freebies with our mini bonus Squid Game codes list. Perhaps the most tense experience in this Roblox game is seeing your rivals die right next to you, with corpses constantly strewn across the landscape. That's before mentioning the horrifyingly tense night mode, where lights go off in the dormitory, and each contestant has to fight for their life. It's probably the closest any Roblox game comes to capturing the Squid Game experience, and it's a solid choice if you don't know which one to pick. Number 2. Shark Game. What are the best Squid Game experiences on Roblox? Odds are, you're at least somewhat aware of Squid Game, the Netflix original thriller that came out of nowhere and has been taking the world by storm since its first season released on September 17th. If you've somehow missed it, suffice to say that it's a fictional TV show about a group of desperate people participating in a series of 6 deadly children's games. So naturally, the video game imitations have already started to roll in, largely courtesy of Roblox. Next up is Shark Game, which also has all the classic Squid Game modes like red light, green light, and marbles. It's quite inventive in how it handles the marbles minigame, forcing you to use your avatar to push other characters out, though the controls can be a little imprecise. Red light, green light is great fun though, with obstacles strewn across the landscape for you to avoid. The main advantage of Shark Game over the other entries are its rapid load times, while other games will have you waiting in pre-game lobbies for several minutes. Shark Game only takes a matter of seconds between rounds. This helps keep the gameplay fresh and players on their toes. However, in this game, the lobby votes for which minigame comes up next, rather than being randomized. This can sometimes lead to certain games repeating too often, which isn't as fun. Number 3. Squid Game. Red light, green light. The Squid Game experience on Roblox is slightly more limited than previous entries on the list. That's because it focuses on just red light, green light minigame. Rather than trying to adapt all the possible tasks, it's not necessarily a problem though, as the mode is still fun. And if you just want to give this task a go, you're guaranteed to play it in this game. However, you'll be waiting in lobbies for a good while before you get to play, as wait times are long, despite pre-game lobbies being consistently full. In fact, it took us upwards of 5 minutes to get into a match, despite sitting in a rammed lobby, so you'll need to brace yourself for a wait. There are points where you'll really struggle for the game to start, even with a full lobby, and that isn't ideal for quickly hopping into the action. Number 4. Fish Game Day 2. This is probably the most graphically impressive Squid Game experience on the list, with giant bunk beds, detailed textures, and faithful recreations of the show's design. All the classical levels are here too, but its biggest strength is the movement. Fish Game Day 2 lets you sprint much faster than other entries, making minigames even more frantic. It also cleverly utilizes spontaneous environmental minigames like the first game on the list. You'll be waiting in a lobby 1 minute, then sprinting to escape a rising tide of instant death water the next, which certainly keeps you on your toes. Other levels pastiche classics like Hole in the Wall, all making for a quick-paced Squid Game experience. Number 5. Hexagame. Hexagame is that incredibly rare beast, a Squid Game experience on Roblox that's already complete. The dev is now busy with quality of life improvements, most recently to the Honeycomb game, which incidentally is a fully functional point-and-click mini-game in Hexagame, with 185 players per server. This is also the most authentically massive Squid Game competition you can take part of in this list. You can also pick up some codes by visiting at PrinceElfDev on Twitter. Number 6. Squid Game X. Last on our list is Squid Game X, another popular Roblox game. This one seems to be frequently updated and tweaked by developer Redify, with levels taken in and out of the rotation to keep things fresh. Equally exciting is the promise of a new update that'll let you play as guards, ensuring contestants are following the rules. That'll no doubt set the stage for some tense and adrenaline-pumping interactions. From a gameplay standpoint, it's a lot more than what you'd expect, but it's all very well polished and enjoyable. There are 4 game modes to choose from, but the standout feature is how the game uses progression. You get rewards for completing a round that you can spend on cosmetics or skill boosts, giving you more incentive to keep playing. While it might leave newbies at a disadvantage, it's a mechanic that more dedicated players will enjoy. The lobby slowly whittles down, like party battle royale games such as Fall Guys, making for a very refined Squid Game experience. There you have it, 6 Roblox games to check out. If you want even more Squid Game action, enjoy the games and do your best to be the last one standing. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.